We're at the Tent Cities, and we're going to give out some care packages and some socks.
Here you go, Joe. Take here.
We're just going to put them by the tent because some people aren't out. There's some socks for you, sir.
Give one for this person who's going to come up to the tent one day.
Not many people out today.
No.
They might be sleeping in. Let me walk on your left because I'm out of socks from my bag. There we go. Oh, sir, would you like some socks? Oh. Would you like some socks? There you go. Thank you. So this is, where's the address here, Tanya?
Pardon me?
What's the address here?
201 M Street.
So this is 201 M Street in downtown Washington, D.C. And there's not really anybody out and about for the most part, so we're just putting the socks by people's doors. So there's another tent city here. They tend to be under bridges. And we're just putting socks by the tent. There are a few of us today. There's Irving and Hunter and Tanya. And Elizabeth was going to try to make it, but she couldn't. Is that a woman?
I think so. I see no.
Okay. So we're just putting socks. You can put them. You can go around to the doorway of the tent and put them in there. There's Elizabeth from Seekers Church. There you go, sir. Here's some socks. Do you want some for your partner too?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Ma'am, would you like some socks? Okay. Do you have a care pack for Penta Hunters?
Yeah, she said she doesn't wear the pads.
Oh,
But I
okay.
gave her some stuff.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, right here. By the doorway if you can. It's nice that some of these people have plants and stuff. Hi. All right, no problem. Did you get some? Did you get some socks?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to get that good for my girlfriend.
Oh, okay, we can do that. Hey, you want to give him one more?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. All right, that's it?
I was just listening to the guy that's running for at-large candidate for the city council, and he's very, very, very about ending homelessness permanently in DC.
Well, there's going to be the eviction bans and everything are lifting. So, they're talking about 28 million more people becoming homeless in the coming months. So,
We're talking about depression, Great Depression era levels of homelessness
Yeah, homelessness. Yeah,
by the end of the year.
yeah. If they don't act and do something, then
Yeah.
that's definitely going to happen.
yeah, it's really, really bad. Really bad. So this is our group of volunteers today from left to right. Irving, Hunter, Elizabeth, and Tanya. And thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you next time. So I'm talking with Tanya about the homeless situation after visiting the tent cities today to hand out socks and care packages.
So I think that one of the hardest things about all this is that it's just going to come slowly. You don't just stop paying rent and go to the street right the next day. You get behind and behind and behind, and then you're really in a hole before that you get there. And so it's going to come slowly, and it's going to build, and people aren't going to be paying attention. And by the time they start paying attention, it's going to be already a huge crisis, if it isn't already. It's like when you're foreclosed on. You don't realize that you can't pay rent ever again or whatever for a while, and then it gets harder and harder and harder, and then you're just really behind and underwater, and it's really hard to recover from. I just think that people need to have a little bit more foresight. People with means and municipalities and things. They just need to see that it's coming. It's as obvious as anything. It's like a tsunami, and the tide has already pulled out, and we know what happens next, right? So let's do something before the wave hits. I think.
Yeah, I was reading a lot about this, and all the rent bans and all that stuff is lifting. So people are now being evicted. They're being evicted, and they're talking about 28 million people becoming homeless. When we go out to these 10 cities, you see that, this is going to explode.
But it's even 28 million, that's crazy, but a million is crazy. 100,000, any is crazy. These are individuals. These are people that are, don't know where their next meal is coming from, and that are just barely able to live one day to the next. And, even one is too many. We should be able to house people. If you can house people, then they can get jobs, and then they can support themselves. But you can't do anything without a home. Nothing. You can't do anything.
Yeah, it's really, it's really hard. I was homeless for a long time. When you're homeless, you don't have any place to bathe. You don't have any creature comforts. It's really hard to get out of that situation, and all the social service agencies are all overwhelmed, and now they're becoming more and more overwhelmed, and there's just no end in sight. There's got to be some call to Congress or someone to start trying to work on this now before it gets really bad.
I mean, maybe this COVID situation and this massive homelessness and everything else will be, lead to a new deal where people are guaranteed housing and guaranteed a minimum wage and guaranteed, health care. I mean, all these things that would have made this situation with COVID and all of that so much easier to manage, so much easier to, if you had a social net. I think that this is something we've all realized, is that people are really living on the thin edge, and when things get hard, like a pandemic, that thin edge goes away and a whole lot of people really fall through the bottom, and I hope we learn that from this situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard road. So I'm Jake Folger from Friends of the Homeless, and if you like this kind of content, I share about homelessness, stories about homelessness, and also going out and doing outreach with socks and care packages and things like that on a regular basis. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you get a notification when I upload a new video. I try to upload weekly. Thank you so much for watching.